Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to That Fire FM TV. I'm your host, Soul the Vegan Goddess, and this evening we have a great, awesome artist out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. His name is Jimmy Lee. Give him some love. Yes! Give him some love. What's up, Jimmy Lee? How you doing?
I'm great, blessed, thankful, taking it one day at a time, getting myself together, getting this line up.
That's what's up. Yes, blessed. And I'm loving that fresh cut over there.
Thank you. And I'm really honored, man, to be here again, man. Like, that Fire FM, y'all have been there for me several years, been in my corner. Shout out to Mr. Brooks. Like, that's my dog, it's my big homie,
Yes.
my OG.
That's what's up. Blessed. So tell us what you got going on these days.
Well, it's a lot, but I'm thankful for it all. I got, recently my mother passed.
Oh, wow. My condolences.
Thank you. She passed May 23rd. So I made her, in honor of her name, I made 23 songs for the last 23 days I spent with her.
Oh,
I
wow.
named the album, and the album is doing crazy. We almost hit 200K. I think I'm 4 videos in.
Yes.
I said I wasn't gonna be big till I shot at least 13. I got nominated for the Upstate Music Awards,
Okay.
the Atlanta Hip Hop Awards, Jet Lag TV Awards. It's a lot. I got to go back to the DGB back porch and do another interview solo. Going to South by Southwest in a week or two. One up either next week or we got. It's a lot, but I'm moving and I'm thankful.
Awesome. Tell our viewers, are you independent artists or you're signed to a label?
I was, but a lot of my fans and supporters been wondering, so I guess I can say it now officially here. I'm a free agent. I'm not signed. I'm an independent artist.
Yes. Well, that's a good thing.
It really is.
Independence means more work, but greater rewards in the end.
Indeed, Queen. Indeed.
Yes.
Yes. Stream, they ain't where I don't think they where I would want them to be, but they somewhere and they nice. I'm doing numbers and I'm thankful for it. So
that's what's up. You making noise out there, and that's how you get that exposure and get sent to the next level. So tell us, do you write most of your stuff? Do you write all of your stuff, or do you have a team that y'all get together? How does it work?
In order for me to call myself an artist, I would have to draw my own paintings. You know what I'm saying? I would have to make my own art. Anybody, I feel like if you got a ghostwriter or a writer, then you're just a performer. So everything I do is 100% written by me.
That's what's up.
From the book to the ad-libs and all, that's me.
Awesome. Wonderful. So how long have you been in the rap game? I mean, forgive me, I didn't get a chance to watch some of the videos, but I know that tell me how long you've been doing what you do.
Music-wise, I've been doing this since a child. Rest in peace to Bruce Mills. My choir director is the one who really got me started on music. So
awesome.
With pitch, harmony, sound, alto, knowing the difference between alto, soprano, baritone, tenor. It was him. But I've been taking it serious maybe since 2010. Maybe.
Okay.
No, I'm lying. I would say 2008. Okay. Because that's when I met Brooks. And me and Brooks did a big song in his studio. But back then I was Jay Swag. Don't tell nobody.
It's just between us.
Yes, me and you right there.
That's what's up. So tell me, okay, so what has inspired you? I heard you say your the choir director kind of pushed you and motivated, but artist-wise, Who inspires you? Who do you listen to?
I say my first inspiration would be Outkast, specifically though Andre. I watched Andre become one of the greatest lyricists on this planet and do it all while not having to change himself, not having to lie to himself, not having to act like he was something he wasn't. And to this day, even after he hasn't touched the mic in almost 15 years, he's still considered as the #1 lyricist.
Yes.
So it lets you the presence that you leave on the game. So I always looked up to him first. And then it kind of fell in place with DMX and Jay-Z and Nas. I'm just hip hop.
Right.
I'm real hip hop. I'm that lyrical version of hip hop. I'm the person that really gonna listen to your music. And if I tell you you're whack, it's because your words didn't make sense.
Got it.
Not because you had a bad beat.
Right. Listen, wow, okay. Who would you like to collaborate with artist-wise? It could be anybody, somebody alive or somebody that's gone, transitioned already. Who is your ultimate collaboration with?
It's gonna be the same one who inspired me. If I could get a song, and I know this might sound crazy, but if I can get a song with I say Mary J. Blige, Andre 3000, and Cole.
Okay.
But Mary on the hook, and let us three get a verse.
Yeah, that sounds like a hot collaboration, for real.
Yeah,
Wow.
I definitely think so. I also want to work. Even this is just a little side note. I definitely want to work with Jack Harlow. I fuck with him. I like how he moves.
Yeah.
But he's so young, he moved like an OG, moved like I used to move when I was young.
Okay. Awesome. So how your immediate circle, your family, your business circle, your business team, how does that all work for you? Do you have a strong support system in that regard?
I'm my support system. I mean, and that's not to take nothing from none of my investors and stuff like that. When I say my investors, I mean people who done came to me and been like, hey, here go a few dollars on your promo, or here go something on your tip. I look at them as investors because on the back end, I'm gonna pay them back for showing me genuine love. Like, I don't know, it's just the way my mind frame is. But as far as who's been pushing and making this machine a machine, it's been me.
Yeah.
I'm the driver and the wheels.
I feel you. It's like that, especially nowadays with social media, driving and running almost everything, COVID coming in, shutting down quite a bit of the live experience. So it's like everything has got to be, front and center online to a great degree. So on your social media platforms, do you engage much with your fans?
Yeah, I feel like engaging with your fans is one of the most important things to do. Like, I don't know, being down to earth makes you bigger to them.
Yes.
Because I've had people hit me up from Istanbul and Africa and South Korea, and they were just amazed that I even responded back to them.
Wow.
But in my mind, I'm like, why wouldn't I respond to somebody who's supporting me from a different country?
Yes.
So and then you never know who this person is when you're talking to. A lot of these so-called fans and supporters have actually became a part of this machine. We end up talking, and next thing you know, they be like, well, I do such and such, or I know such and such, or I can go this way or that way. And I'm like, I want to go that way too.
Right. And, listen.
Networking is the key thing to this. Everything.
It is. And consistency, that's another thing, especially as we're moved into this COVID era, in order to keep you on the minds of your fans and supporters. You want to be consistently engaging with them or putting your music out as often as possible.
Right, but you don't, at the same time, You don't want to oversaturate them. You want to
Definitely.
always give them enough time to vibe to it and then drop something.
Yes.
I had to myself because I you sit in a room, you got 90 songs, and you want to give them all 90, and you like, and somebody comes along like, hey, bro, just give them 3.
Right.
You're like, give them 3.
Yes.
Nah. And then before you know it, the one song that you had, or the 3 or 4 songs that you had that was mega hits, people had to take them a long time to get to them because you kept dropping. So you gotta actually have some type of plan towards pushing.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm gonna take this single and I'm gonna push it for 3 months. But while I'm pushing this single for 3 months, I'm gonna work on these 5 songs. And if this single starts failing after a month, I'm gonna drop this single next month.
Yes.
You gotta have a strategic plan for it.
That's right. Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. We're here with Jimmy Lee at That Fire FM TV. We'll be back in just a moment. All right.
Unbeatable.
Yeah. Carolina, what's good? Shout out Sip the producer. Jerry Baby, don't do me. Let's go.
Now step, right then left, right you steps, right then left, right you steps, right then left, now bring on down.
DJ Supreme, let's go.
Beat too fly, don't get me started. High old tree sipping on Bacardi. We gon' turn up in this party. Break it down to the early morning. Step to the left, get low. Don't stop till you hit the floor. Let me see how low can you go. Let me see how low can you go. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the front, to the front, to the back, to the back. That's it. Right then left, right you steps, right then left, right you steps, right then left, now bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Stay bring it on down. Bring it on down. Now step into the left, y'all. Step into the right. Break it down. Break it down. Now step into the left, y'all. Step into the right. Break it down. Break it down. Nah, just vibe with it. Just vibe with it.
To the hottest record in the nation right now. DJ Supreme, the hottest.
Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down.
righty, welcome back to That Fire FM. I'm your host, Soul the Vegan Goddess, and we're here this evening with Jimmy Lee, straight out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, bringing us the goods on what's going on good with him.
Right.
So
there's
Jimmy,
a lot good is going on.
that's what's up. Yeah, he just got a fresh cut. I'm loving that. Did you want to give some shout out to your barber real quick?
Oh yeah, come on, holler at Mr. Clipper Hands. He's real special. Oh, he's also a wonderful black counselor.
Oh, okay.
At the local high school, and he's a football and basketball coach.
Bless that.
Yeah, I be around influential people all day, B. You know what I'm saying? Real celebrities.
That's right. In the community, that's right.
He's been locked in for a long time, man. He's really a real brother first before a barber.
Okay.
But you want something special when you in the upstate. You want that nice line. I ain't even done. He ain't even nowhere near this. He give you the magical touch.
Okay.
Come on, holla, man. David Clipper Hands on Facebook and on Instagram. Holla at him and book with him immediately.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I want to shout out my producer and engineer, and Nice Go, just for having faith in me and us rebuilding this brand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's been
Do you have a manager? Do you have a manager?
No.
No manager? You're the manager right now.
I'm my own machine.
That's what's up. That's
I
right.
don't brag about it or nothing, but it's just that. It's just that real,
Yes. Yes. So now, on that same subject, are you handling your business as far as your copyrights and all of that? Making certain.
I was doing that before. I'm not saying like that, but before I even got with a team, before I locked in with Top Chef and everything, I was already a registered artist. I had already had SoundScan. I was already RIAA official. I was already in the Billboard race. I had several videos and stuff moving. I just needed something to lock in with and focus on. So, and I never take nothing from Top Chef because they're my family. And they taught me and helped me out a lot. Like, they really helped me upgrade and grow as an artist. But once you get to a stopping point and you don't want to stop, then you just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hold no grudges or have no love lost, and you just got to keep pushing.
That's it. Yeah. So I'm also known as the Vegan Goddess. So I always have to ask this question: are you vegan?
No, but I don't eat no pork.
Say it again.
I don't eat no pork.
Oh, well, you stepping in the right direction. I'm gonna
tell you, in my house right now, it's just beef and chicken. It's just chicken and fish. But then we might have like a burger or something from Wendy's or something like that. But we're trying to cut that out too. As far as that swine goes,
yeah. Stay far away.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna be eating a mango sandwich with you in the few. Just give me like a couple months.
Exactly.
I got you.
That's what's up. So tell me, so what advice would you give to, the new artist that's coming up behind you? What insights could you share with them that might make their journey a little smoother? Because, we paved the way, we paved the way for everyone that comes behind us.
Right. I feel like they should do the complete opposite of what all them tried to make me do. And that's how I end up becoming who I was. In the beginning, when I was young and I started out with the music, everybody had their hands, trying to pull me a certain way, trying to get me to a certain way or go a certain, no. The best thing that you can do is be you.
Yes.
Because you can find a way to brand you. There is no other you.
That
means nobody can sell you but you. That means that all the money will come to you. Mm-hmm. But you gotta do it for you. It's just that real. Like, I hate to say it, because like you say, consistency is key.
Yes.
But if you consistent with bullshit, then you ain't getting nothing.
There it is.
So you gotta be consistent to a purpose.
Yes.
You gotta have a plan and map it out and follow and trust God. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what. Just trust that Yahweh gonna make a way.
Yes, truly. Great advice. So do you have any upcoming shows anywhere?
Yeah, I got a show on the 24th. I got and that's in Anderson at La Carochas, La Carochas, something. La Carochas.
La Carochas.
I got another show at Club 321 in Charlotte. And I got one at Club Atmosphere. Then I got one in Blue Flame. I got another one, Platinum Plus, for my homegirl birthday party.
Yes.
She having they having a clap party. So all my niggas who like strip club, because I ain't no strip club guy, but all my niggas who like strip clubs, come there and toss your ones, you know, and pay them girls. That's about it. Yeah, because I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, I'm gonna get mine. You know what I'm saying? When I'm gonna leave. You know?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to shoot a video with Smith Lee. I'm about to shoot another video with Victor with Glass by Chop.
Do it. Are you when you do your video shoots? Is it again your team that's doing all of this? Is it you personally, you coming up with your video concepts and that type of thing? Are you directing, or do you have tell it to us?
The crazy is when I'm recording my song, when I'm writing my song, I'm thinking of the video then. So when I'm writing the music, I'm thinking of, and if it's a hit, I'm already getting this idea to the videographer and see whatever they can do to try to at least come by. If this is too radical, cool, but what can we meet at halfway to make this kind of idea come true? Yeah. And it always works out. It works out. So I get videographers I deal with, they be real talented.
Listen, awesome. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So you got shows coming up. You're producing your own videos. You write your own music. You're independent. So yeah. So you're applying all the elements for ultimate success, especially when you are really talented, when you are consistent, when you are engaging with your fans. It's so critical, all of these things. And I love seeing the up and coming talent. I love seeing the branding or the recreating of ourselves, reinventing of ourselves, you know, because things are changing on a daily. And we got to find ways to keep up.
Right.
Yes.
I think us as Black people, right? We are at a point in life now to where the slate is clear for us to do whatever. If we want to be a hero today, you could be that. If you want to be a villain today, you could be that. The choice is yours.
Yeah.
You got to choose wisely. You got to know that every choice that you make, it has a reaction.
Exactly.
So choose wisely.
Yes, definitely. Do you have any release date set for your upcoming project that we need to be looking out for? A release date?
Yeah, Charles. I was gonna give Trap Bettis to Starstruck to everybody on my birthday, but I said I was gonna wait and just give a few singles and then drop it. So it might be coming anytime in the next couple months. I'm maybe 70% done with it, but then again, I'm probably 0% done with it. The way my mind works, I might go in there and scratch everything and start over.
Okay.
So I can't tell my fans. They keep asking me what's the date, like, hey, Lee, when it's gonna drop. When you gonna give it to me? And I can't tell them. So I just stopped making up dates because I would tell them this day and then the day would come. I forgot. Like, I forgot. I was supposed to drop it today. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So I don't want it to be half.
That's right. Exactly.
I'm gonna make sure I put my all into it.
Yes. Wow. Well, I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to it. And we're just thankful that you decided to come and share with us this evening here at That Fire FM. And we just wish you the absolute best of success in all things. And I host several vegan festivals and things like that. We're always looking for great talent. So we'll be checking you out and all of that good stuff.
Invite me to something. I'm coming through.
That's what's up.
And I want a pineapple sandwich.
Okay, a pineapple sandwich. We can do that. We got you. So we want to thank you.
I'm thankful
Yes.
I'm thankful for you guys. I appreciate the love, and I'm hoping that y'all success grows as well.
Yes.
It's a royal thing.
Yes, blessed. Last thing before you go, tell us where we can find your music. Where on all the different music platforms can we find your music?
I'm on every platform you can think of, from the German ones to the all of them.
Spotify.
All you gotta do
Tidal.
Lee.
All of
I
them.
don't care where you at. It don't matter where you at. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat.
Got it.
Jimmy, Jimmy.
Got it.
Song, hear some of the best Southern music you had ever heard in your life.
That's what's up.
I don't play with that sound. I don't really play with them songs. I get to it.
Listen, well, we thank you so much for being here. We thank our watching and viewing, our viewing and listening audience for being here, checking us out. And we're here every Saturday evening at 10 p.m. I'm Soul, the Vegan Goddess, your host. We always have some lit talent in the house, sharing all the wonderfulness that's going on with them. So we look forward to seeing you next Saturday at 10 p.m. See you then.